Think about the most impactful people in the world. Whether good or bad, they all speak and impact many people. You know speaking is something you must do, but filler words like like and so are stopping you from speaking well, aren't they? Even speaking at all. Speaking well will make you more money, help you reach more goals, and give you more confidence, but you can't seem to do it. I'm going to show you 3 things I've done to overcome this. This way you will be more confident, speak better, and people will be drawn to you. And you don't have to rely on editing software to remove all the filler words. These are solutions that work for the long run. I went from using filler words in every other sentence in videos to now, let's count how many I use in this video. I still use filler words at times, but it doesn't stop my videos on other channels getting thousands of views. This is why you need to start now. Communication is how you get attention on the things that you do to help people. If I didn't make this video, most people who watch this will never know who I am. Using less filler words will make the quality of this video much higher. That's one reason I know this channel will start getting thousands of views a week soon too. First, there's a famous story in the Bible that will help you. In the second book of the Bible, called Exodus, God tells Moses to go and talk to Pharaoh. Tell him, let my people go. Moses makes excuses, and with each one, God gives him solutions. But Moses says something strange. Strange because the Bible says he was mighty in words and deeds. He could speak well and knew the subject he was talking about. How hard is it to say, Pharaoh, let my people go? But he told God he's not eloquent, he's not a good speaker. God knew all Moses' weaknesses before calling him, but he still wanted Moses to go because his message is powerful enough. As I thought about this, it clicked. God knows all my weaknesses and still wants me to base everything I teach on the Bible. I don't need to fear, and you shouldn't too. First thing is, don't fear. I'm confident this is what I should do. I don't let fear stop me. And because I know how I speak now is good enough for now, it allows me to speak more and get better. Don't be afraid to do the reps. That is what helps you overcome the fear. And then the filler words stop. Second, God says to Moses, go and I will tell you what to say. I go and share things I'm supposed to too. When speaking, I use God's words and teach to the best of my ability. I'm not trying to create something new because the Bible is as powerful today as it was thousands of years ago. The same way Moses was afraid to speak thousands of years ago, I was afraid, but the same words helped both of us to start speaking. It's a simple message. Some people will judge you for using filler words, but the less afraid you get, the less filler words you use. But people will listen to you because you help them. When you speak to people you love, do they care you use filler words? Is it because they love you? Talk to a stranger and say, I want to help you make more money. I want to help you spend more time with family and friends without losing money. Or, I want to show you how to stop using filler words to speak better. Will they listen to you? This video is proof what I'm saying is true. I believed I should make a video about filler words and fear of speaking, and I should use Moses as an example. I'm using God's words, not my own, and it's kept you watching until now because it helped you. But catch this. Think about the most gripping parts in any movie. No Country for Old Men comes to mind. I remember watching this movie and getting hooked. The scene where Javier Bardem walks into the gas station and asks, do you want me to come back?
I could come back then.
He flips the coin and does his iconic, call it.
Call it.
Think about the music or lack of music, the scene and the words said perfectly to drive home the emotion, the suspense of whether he will come back in the evening and kill the man. You don't want him to come back and kill the man. At least I didn't, but I felt that way because of what the man said and did. Now imagine Bardem's words filled with ums and ers and likes. Would it be memorable? These blockbuster movies don't allow this. This is why actors get scripts. They practice saying specific words that get you to react in a certain way. Like God gave Moses the words to say, actors in blockbuster movies get words to say. Why not you? People mock President Biden all the time for not being able to speak, but that's because he messes up from time to time.
Well, President Joe Biden has once again struggled reading off the teleprompter in his latest public gaffe. President Biden hasn't had a great record with reading his speeches.
We will defend every inch of NATO which the treaty requires and calls for. We'll have something that we do not seek. Make it clear, we do not seek. Because of the actions we've taken, things have begun to change. End of quote. In the past 3 weeks,
The royal family use it too. The question is, why don't you? If you say filler words, one way to remove them is to do what the best actors, presidents and royalty do, script it. Second thing to do is write down what you say before saying it. Third, scripting and teleprompters are not for everyone and are not always available. I do recommend scripting and thinking through what you say. You also must be able to speak without it. Scripts will help you speak better, but I'm going to combine two together for the third one. A great way to speak better and remove fear and filler words is to stay silent. When I stopped talking and thought about what I said next, you got focused. You pay more attention. That gives me time to think about what words to say and what not to say. Why would you be afraid to stop for a second or two? The more I do this, the more I realize it's better for everyone. Silence is part of a conversation, a very important part of it. There's times I say something in a conversation and I get a reply like, "That was deep." Many think that's when to keep talking, but that's when you need to stay quiet and let them talk. That is where you can help them. If you keep rambling on for praise instead of seeing what you said was helpful, you won't help people as much as you can. Silence is effective and necessary, so use it. But sometimes it's hard to stay silent if you haven't practiced. This is where the other thing comes in. Some of my filler words over the years, it's crazy how that works because mine have changed. I've used okay a lot after I said something. I would say right, but I still use this today, more so to drive home points than as filler. I said basically all the time. Basically. I got annoyed with the number of times I said basically. These were my main ones, but at times, I would count how many times I said a word in a video and laugh about it. You've heard people have swear jars where you put money in a jar every time you use a swear word. This is the same but can go as extreme as you want. For example, you can put $1 or more in a jar every time you say a filler word in a video or speech. Then you can give it to a charity you like. Or in extreme cases, you can donate money to things you are against. So if I said I'll send money to Planned Parenthood or the KKK or the Church of Satan for using filler words, what will happen? Third is staying silent or increasing the stakes by giving money to causes you like or are against. So the question is, do you want to be presidential, royal and an A-list speaker, or be everyone else and President Biden?
and so my admiration for you is equally as deeply held by President. Stop moving what's this thing called? Teleprompter.
I act like royalty because that's who God created me to be. If you want to know why you should too, watch my video about overcoming imposter syndrome next. Go win and God bless.